is clean. That's the mission.
Hello guys, this is the Gaming Revolution here, and welcome back to an all-new Call of Duty Modern Warfare video. Today I have some exclusive leaked information regarding the cooperative mode of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. But before I get into that, let's read the official description that has released. So it says, squad up and play cooperatively in a collection of elite operations accessible to all skill levels. Now right now we do not have the name for the mode, and I do not know the name myself. However, the mode is just going to be a much improved version of Spec Ops from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Right now I do not know whether the game mode itself will be called Spec Ops or whether it's going to have a new name, but regardless, it's basically just a new version of Spec Ops. The people who worked on this mode are the same team from Infinity Ward that worked on Extinction and Infinite Warfare Zombies. It was confirmed that zombies will not be returning within Modern Warfare, but this was obvious anyways. Now Victor, the guy over on Twitter who has been leaking a ton of stuff regarding Modern Warfare in Chinese, he has described this mode as being really huge, so huge that it could even be considered its own game, and it's so huge that it might be a bit unfinished on launch. I hope that isn't the case. Now let's jump into the leaked information that I have received. This is coming from a source that I obviously cannot disclose, but this sounds really promising to me. This guy had told me information before it was confirmed, by the way, and I have been able to verify this source with someone else to know that he is legitimate. So when I first heard about the cooperative mode, I was a little bit upset because I was hoping that at least we would be able to get some sort of, weird AI, like we've had aliens, zombies, maybe we could get dinosaurs or something like that. I made a wild speculation video about that, but that is not the case. We are just going to be fighting humans. I was a bit disappointed at this news at the start because I thought that would be a bit mundane. However, it does seem promising, so apparently it is not going to be an open world game, and it is going to be very similar to Payday. I have been seeing some people saying that the mode will be kind of like The Division and somewhat open world, and you'll be able to complete missions on that open world, but apparently that isn't the case. It's more so along the lines of, hey guys, let's do the mission where we stop the terrorists from blowing up London, and then everyone queues up for the mission, and then the mission begins. It's almost like its own multiplayer experience within itself. If you're not a fan of the 3-lane PvP, that's just the classic style COD combat within multiplayer, because the weapon system has progression across all game modes, so you still rank up your multiplayer skins, etc., which has obviously since been confirmed. Activision are looking to build up an eSports following for this mode and are planning to introduce it within Call of Duty World League. So they want to have a competitive scene for this mode. They have copied the idea of the operators from Rainbow Six Siege, so if some of you guys have played that game, you will understand what that is all about. The mode is apparently extremely replayable, so much so that he reckons players will hop on for a few sessions every single time before they play multiplayer to warm up their gun skills, as this mode is going to test sort of these skills and attributes that you need to be good within multiplayer, so it's very good to just warm up before playing multiplayer. Apparently the missions within this new Spec Ops mode are going to be a mixture of player versus player missions and player versus AI missions. Ground war within multiplayer is going to be 10 versus 10, and they are thinking of having some of the missions within this new Spec Ops mode being 10 versus 10 too. However, they are worried about not being able to fill up entire lobbies, so they might not have 10 versus 10, but that is what they are aiming for. Apparently the microtransaction system within Modern Warfare is going to be almost identical to Call of Duty Mobile. Now within Call of Duty Mobile, the microtransaction system allows you to buy camos, it allows you to buy weapons, it allows you to buy character skins directly within the game. So it seems like that system is going to be pretty much copied and pasted from Call of Duty Mobile, and they will also have a similar battle pass / tier system and seasons like we have within Black Ops 4 and COD Mobile 2. Now although this sounds promising, this system is more designed for a free-to-play game, and Modern Warfare is not free-to-play, so it's going to be interesting to see how much they charge, because Activision right now are trying to find a balance of not charging too much because they don't want to annoy the player base. However, obviously they still want to make a good profit, so I'm hoping they don't go too far and they don't charge too much, but we'll just have to wait and see. The microtransaction system will be carried over from multiplayer and also the co-op mode. Now, it has been confirmed that you will level up within the campaign, multiplayer, and the Spec Ops mode simultaneously. You will be able to level up your weapons and unlock camos and attachments within all 3 modes. Each 3 of the modes will have the exact same ranking system. Everything will carry over. So this is good because you'll be able to rank up your weapons and stuff like that, and your rank within the Spec Ops mode too, so it's going to make it a lot more replayable. It'll be a lot easier to go ahead and get all of your camos and all of that unlocked within the Spec Ops mode. So apparently the missions within the Spec Ops mode are going to be a mixture between unique settings and some that are going to be based on the campaign levels. For example, there is one mission based off of the London level from the campaign that the YouTubers and journalists saw at the early event. So on screen right now I have a description of this London mission that is from the campaign that Charlie Intel has described. So you can pause this video right now and just read it all for yourself if you want to go ahead and do so. But all you need to do is imagine this exact same mission. However, within Spec Ops, it's going to surround around the good guys trying to stop the opposing team from detonating the explosives, and the opposing team would try and hold off the good guys while they plant all of the bombs. So this is an example of one of the player versus player missions. As I was saying, there's going to be a mixture of PvP missions and player versus AI missions. So all you need to do is read Charlie Intel's description of this campaign mission and simply swap out the AI for all real players, but the core mission itself stays the same. Now, here is the big thing. Activision are thinking of potentially making this cooperative mode free to play because they believe that this will be enough of an incentive to buy the full game. Now, this is not set in stone at this moment in time and is still subject to change. As you guys know, Activision are thinking of making components of the game free to play. Now, we are going to be getting free DLC for this game for multiplayer, and I have talked about within previous videos speculating about what if the multiplayer goes free to play within this game, but apparently that is not actually the case, and apparently Activision are discussing it being the cooperative mode, but it's not set in stone because some people in Activision are for and against it. However, the reason why they're thinking of potentially making the cooperative mode free to play is because they believe it will give people a taste of the new engine with the new gore, the new gunplay, and the new feel for Call of Duty, and people will be intrigued enough to want to go ahead and buy the full game just based off of the cooperative mode. And as we were saying earlier, the Chinese leaker has described this mode as being big enough to be its own full game. So it does seem likely that this mode might be free to play, but again, this is not set in stone. As I was saying, I've speculated within previous videos about it being the multiplayer, but maybe that was just completely wrong and it was just a misinterpretation. Now, this isn't about the cooperative mode, but apparently Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1's, 2's, and 3's campaigns have all been ported over to the new engine, but only Modern Warfare 2's campaign is fully ready to release. Activision right now are still deciding on the best way to release the campaigns. Yes, they will be re-releasing Modern Warfare 1's campaign again, even though it was already remastered within Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. However, it is now going to be on the new engine. Currently, Activision do not know whether to release them for free or have you buy them with Call of Duty points in-game. Now, since Modern Warfare 2's campaign is already done, as it has been given an ESBR rating, and it has also been listed on the Australian classification board, and it has also been listed on an achievements site, it is very well possible that Modern Warfare 2's campaign may be released as a pre-order bonus for Modern Warfare, or may be released as a special edition bonus or something like that. But right now, the most likely option is that all 3 campaigns are going to be released as DLC for the game, but this is not set in stone. Activision are still trying to decide on the best way to release the campaign, so we'll just have to wait and see. So one thing is for certain, all 3 will release at some point, but Activision are just undecided on the best way to do so. Since only the campaigns are getting remastered and not the multiplayer, they will be remastering a ton of the Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3 maps within Modern Warfare's multiplayer, so we can expect a lot of remakes of the original trilogy's multiplayer maps. Now, at this moment in time, every single Modern Warfare 2 map is planned to release to the game over its life cycle. So this game, it seems like it will be getting a lot of content. When the original Modern Warfare trilogy's campaigns are released, they will be described as the classic Modern Warfare storyline from an alternate timeline or words to that effect, because as you guys know, the new Modern Warfare campaign is a reboot. It is set within an entirely different universe to the original Modern Warfare trilogy, but with the same characters. So it is not the same storyline, it's an entirely new storyline with the same characters that is not at all linked to the original. Now, the reason why Black Ops 4 never used the new engine is because it was very unstable around a year ago. It would constantly crash whilst playing Modern Warfare and was nowhere near ready for that game. The new engine has obviously been worked on for over 5 years whilst Infinity Ward was still making Infinite Warfare. Now, a further bit of information, Activision are planning to release campaign DLC for Modern Warfare because they have never released campaign DLC before and they want to see how well it performs. Again, they are still undecided on whether to release it for free like the multiplayer DLC or have you charge, but you will probably have to pay for the campaign DLC, and they are thinking of, instead of just buying it for a set price, having you buy it with Call of Duty points. So obviously the special editions of the game come with 3,000 Call of Duty points anyways, so I guess if you save those Call of Duty points for when these campaigns release, you should be able to just buy them straight away without having to pay any extra money, even though you basically have. Activision overall has gotten a lot of feedback over the years from hardcore fans who spend the $60 just for the campaign and they want additional missions they can purchase, and they will be providing fans with that service. Now, the current plan is that this Spec Ops mode will be updated very regularly with new missions weekly with new challenges. Missions are heavily based around teamwork and they can be completed solo, but it's a bit of a mix. Now, this was tweeted out by Matthew Harris and I did verify that with my source to confirm that this is a bit of legitimate information. I know Matthew Harris has been a bit unreliable in the past, but I believe he does have a bit of solid information this time. Now, that is pretty much all of the information I have regarding Modern Warfare, but I have been provided a ton of Call of Duty Black Ops 2020 information. Yes, that is right. They are rebooting the Black Ops Series 2, and I've got a ton of information about that I will be releasing soon once all the Modern Warfare hype dies down, so I'm more free and accessible to make that video, so make sure you are looking out for that. But anyways, thank you for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe if you're not for the latest and greatest Modern Warfare news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.